Be talking about getting money, getting rich, how to trade stocks, Bitcoin, all kinds of stuff. Got something cool today. I got 2 of them. So today we're going to bust it out, and all of you are going to be very excited. So stick around for a few minutes. Once we get a few people to join up, I'm going to show you what this is, and then I'm going to actually test it out, and we'll actually see. All right, guys? It is related to bodybuilding, okay? And it's not gear. It's something that's really cool, and you're all going to see. And I'm going to start keeping track of my progress. Keeping track of my progress. You'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. All right, come on, guys, join up. See, I've been thinking a lot about my channel. I really want to take it more in a direction of physical fitness. For those of you who still do want to hear about how to get rich, how to make money, you know, you can always join my Patreon. But I want to take the channel more towards physical fitness. But I think maybe I'll still have some wealth building videos and stuff. Maybe like once a week I'll do a wealth building video, you know. I just won't do as much. It's just going to be more how to get in shape, how to stay healthy. All right, guys? Hey, Jesus. I got to get some more bubbly. This is from last night. Gross. Jesus. Jesus, I got something cool. All right, we'll open it up. We'll open it up, Jesus. It's not going to be good. Not good. We're all going to see how big it is. We're all going to see how big it is. Doesn't even have inches. It's supposed to measure my arm, but it has centimeters. I have to send it back. Damn it, I was waiting a week for this. What the frick? It's going to be for arm measurement to see how big my arms are. But it's not in inches. What the frick? Wow. Worst thing ever. Worst thing ever. Let's just see what it is, though. Wow, it doesn't even work very well. Alright, guys. Writing a bad review. It showed that it was in inches. I ordered it. It's not. Alright, I gotta freaking get my money back for this. And then, so shit, guys. That's the whole video. I was gonna show you the size of my arms. That's the whole video. It's not even in inches. What an epic fail. And this thing, it pops right out when you're trying to measure your arm anyways. Jeez. This is the worst thing ever. You can't even do it. Alright. Wow. Alright, guys, yeah, it was an epic fail. Jeez. Alright, guys, this really fucking bullshit. Alright, I got a lot of work now. Alright. Well, whatever, guys. You can stick with me if you want. Can't even see the screen because Okay, so this one might be in inches. No, it's not. Wow. What do you see gold going with what Trump just did? What did he do? He didn't do anything. Everybody's saying that there's going to be tariffs on 100-ounce gold bars. That's not even true. You know, what did he do? There's a lot of misinformation right now. They said, yeah, they said he's going to tariff kilo and 100-ounce bars. Is that what you're talking about, bro? That's probably what you're talking about. It made gold skyrocket, and then the White House said it's not real. Said hi. Tariffs. Oh, the tariffs, yes. Well, he just fully implemented some tariffs. You know, the thing is, gold makes its move before the tariffs happen. You know, markets are forward looking. So the tariffs are already baked in to the price. You know, tariffs are already baked in. It's with gold, it's all about manipulation. They're going to manipulate it higher. You are so pretty. Wow, Sister Hong. Markets are up. Yes. Yeah, what Trump just did with the tariffs, that was already baked in. So who cares about the tariffs? Doesn't matter. But the big thing is the interest rate cuts are coming. They're going to cut the interest rates in September, and people are expecting several rate cuts. That's what they said before. And then they got a tighter policy and said no rate cuts. So now there's rate cuts again coming. You know what? They could put out a fake jobs number. Oh, we created 250,000 jobs. And then they're going to say they're not going to lower rate. They could manipulate the markets however they want. They can make up numbers. It's all fake. All you have to know is over time, gold and silver will go higher. I think gold could. What I think is going to happen with gold, I think it's going to go to between 4,000 and 4,500, and then it's going to crash. I think we're going to get a stock market crash, possibly next year. So yeah, I see gold going to 41, 42, maybe 45, and maybe 5,000. Somewhere's in there. And then, boom, it's all going to frickin' just fall. It's going to go so far down so fast. Gold's going to go probably under 2,500, you know? When a crash happens, guys, you don't understand when a crash happens. Everything goes down. So yes, we will have to sell at the top before the crash, before the recession, you know? I think we're going into a melt-up. So when we get to the peak of this melt-up, I'm going to be selling probably most of my gold, silver. And then when it crashes, I'm going to buy everything back, you know? So that's how I'm playing this melt-up. I've been looking forward to this for over probably about 3 years. So melt up, everything goes up, we sell, crashes, then we buy, then it goes back up when they lower the interest rates to 0. After the interest rates are 0, the stock market will go back up. So I think we're looking at an epic rally here. Probably by the end of the year, we're going to look at an epic rally. Everything, absolutely everything. You can even see the cannabis stocks are starting to go up. I told you guys the cannabis stocks would start to go up if the melt-up was starting to happen. So look at Venero Holdings, Aurora Cannabis, you know, look everything. MJ, MSOX. The cannabis stocks have been held down like the most. So when this melt-up happens, they're probably going to go up the most. I'm very bullish on cannabis. So yeah, I'm not too happy about this. It's like the cheapest arm measuring tape I've ever had. I think it's centimeters. 35 cm, 2 inches. Let's see. Okay, I'm not going to tell you how big my arms are. Let's just skip that topic. They look okay, but they're not very big. I think it's just because I'm cut. You would think they're 16 inches. They're like 13 and a half. That's like baby arms, but they look good. That just goes to show it's all about being ripped. If you're ripped, your arms will look big. You know, that's all it's about. That's what it's all about, guys, is getting ripped. A lot of wheatgrass juice. So yeah, they screwed me. This probably was from a Chinese seller, so it's not even in inches, you know. Yeah, negative. Give feedback. And I ain't taking the time to mail back a $5 item. So they should give me my money back, and then I'll take off the bad feedback. That is a scam. It shows inches right on the picture. I'm gonna have to do a review of this seller do a seller review. Epic fail. Yeah, that's very tiny, Jesus. Look at it. They look like they're at least 15 and a half. I mean, it's pathetic, you know? How is that possible? How is it possible that they're only 13? I was thinking my arms were at least 14 and a half. But I don't have good arm genetics, you know? I mean, a lot of guys don't. We're just ectomorphs. I've always been skinny, so it's very hard for me to put on mass on my arms. The biggest my arms ever got was like about 16. It was about 16 inches, or maybe 16.25. And that's when I was taking Superdrol, so. But I could probably get them bigger naturally, but it just takes time. So I'm going to be working on my arm size, and I will be measuring them in the future, and we'll let you know the progress. I was supposed to, at least we know where I sit, at about 13.8 inches. So, same size as the other thing. So, taking some vitamins right now and getting ready. I'm going to get food. I'm going to do some training today. I'm doing hill sprints. I'm going to be doing a back workout. I'm great, dude. Kohan King. Kokan King. Magnesium. Dude, that's sad. That's sad. 13.8. Ruin my day. Good way to ruin my day. 0.8 inches for the other thing, LOL. 0.8? 13.8. I'm kidding, guys. But that's all that was the main point of today's video, was to... Okay, so let's see where we sit for Bitcoin right now. It is Sunday. So I don't think I work today. Bitcoin is 118,000. Wow, we were at 119 earlier today. Wow. I don't like when people try to put words in my mouth, especially deaf people, because sign language is a real mouthful. Okay, I don't really think your joke is particularly funny, but others will. So thank you. Thank you for that. Ethereum is down a little bit today, not much. Shiba Inu, though, 1357, so it's moving up a little bit. All right, guys. You should stick to finance. Yeah, but finance channels don't blow up. Fitness channels do. Look at Sam Sulek. So it's all about money, guys. I've been doing this for 3 years. I got to start making some money. So I got to take this in a direction that's actually going to get a lot of responses. Okay, so I got to go fitness. It's all about the fitness. Fitness channels blow up. Look at Greg Doucette. Okay, finance channels, they're very hard to get going. All I get is hate, and we don't really make a lot of money. I make like $100 a month. If I switch over to fitness, I think I could start making a living at it. So this is just my thing. I have to do what I feel is going to bring me money, because I have to put food on the table, bro. If I don't eat, my arms are going to stay the same size. So we got to make it into a fitness channel. John's Big Pump. That's a good name for a channel. I could also make it a secondary channel and keep this my primary. But then it would take me 2 years just to get my secondary channel to where this one is. And then I couldn't give this channel any attention if I work on my other channel. So I have to put everything on one channel. That's the only way to do it. That's what I figured out. And once this channel gets big enough and like the ball starts rolling and I can just let it go, then I can jump over to another channel and then, do everything. I can do it all, guys. John's Big Pump. That is a great name for a channel. I like that. I like that a lot. I should name I should make a workout channel and name it John's Big Pump. Ugh, sick. I got to remember to drink water, because my arms aren't blowing up because I'm taking creatine, but I'm not drinking enough water. What is John pumping? What is John pumping? No, I'm not going to name it that. John's Big Pump. I'll name it that, and I'll try to get pumped up in every episode. Yeah, today I'm going to go eat, and then I'm going to do hill sprints. No, I'm going to do my pull-ups, my bodybuilding exercises first, and then I'll do hill sprints. You quit roasting. Oh. No. I didn't quit roasting. I'm just not roasted right now. So, no. I would never quit that. I would never give up. Never give up. Never quit. When you find something you like, stick to it and do it all day long, as much as you can afford. All right? But, yeah. Internet computer is moving a little bit. Guys, we're getting close. This is fucking serious, guys. We're getting close. Internet computer is $5 $6.66. Once we break out above about $6 or $7, I think ICP, when alt season takes off, I think ICP could go to 25, 30 minimum. Best case scenario, I think we're looking at about $500 for one ICP. That would be like a freaking 100x. Be like, we'll be rich. You know, that's the plan. That's why I'm doing this, to get rich. I'm not buying ICP to just triple or quadruple, you know. I'm buying ICP to get freaking rich. You have a cooking channel. Roast. Oh, I think he was talking about roasting weed, smoking pot. Yeah, the guy saw me smoking one day, and then he said I was roasting. It was like 2 weeks ago. He said, "Are you roasting or something?" And I said, "Yeah." That's probably the same dude. Yeah, Ethereum, yes. ICP is dead. Well, it's dead until it goes about 650. Let me show you the charts. That's what people say about Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu was dead. And then what happened? Boom! 4 zeros, 4 6 within like a week. 5 zeros, 9. Boom! 4 zeros, 4 6. Did a 5x. After somebody said it was dead, 5x. I was like, Shiba Inu ain't dead, it's just sleeping. Boom! And then I was like, told ya. He never came back. He never acknowledged that I was right. Just like this gentleman right here. When ICP goes up to $500, he will never say, "Oh, you were right." In fact, I'll never hear about him again. The guy will never come back to the channel, you know, because he's going to feel bad that he was wrong. And that's just how it goes. You don't get credit. I will never get any credit, except for my Patreon members. So, ICP crypto price. So I'm a technical analyst, and let me show you the chart on ICP. I see many different patterns forming on the ICP chart that lead me to think that it's going to go parabolic. But here is one possibility that has shown itself. So here is the most recent price action of ICP. Boom, boom, boom. So we're stuck in this channel right here. We go up to about $6, right here. About 606 of here. 615 right here. This one you could argue doesn't count as much, but 620. So we've got top, 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 top. We have to go above that level. And then this is the absolute base, okay? It's not going to go below there. So we got to get ICP to about $6.30, $6.40 to be exact, right around there, $6.30. Once it breaks out of this channel, investors are going to take notice. They'll be like, okay, now we're going. And this is all going to happen at the same time that Bitcoin is pumping, Ethereum's pumping. So I see big things coming for ICP. And I also see a longer term resistance levels at around $20. 15 to 20 bucks. If ICP breaks above there, then we could go up to 900. What's your Ethereum price target? For this cycle, probably 7,500. Yeah, probably around there, 7,500 for Ethereum, possibly by the end of the year. Buy Pepe coin, they buy some more, then buy some more. Yeah, Jesus, I just did buy some more Pepe. Okay? I bought it yesterday at work. I didn't tell anybody. I just frickin' boop, bought like another 150 bucks of Pepe. You know? You don't need to tell anybody. Get rich in silence. You know, that's what I recommend. That's what I did. You know, when my woman left me, I just retreated. And I said, okay, I'm going to retreat. I'm going to regroup, recalibrate. And then I said, I'm going to get rich in silence. I'm going to get rich in solitary. And then I'm going to come out and I'm going to show everybody that didn't believe in me, okay? Pepe. I only tell your channel that advice. Yes, I only talk to you guys. Well, and possibly a couple family members, you know. But yes, you guys. Balding waffler, OMG, what an embarrassment. To who? I'm not embarrassed. Are you embarrassed? You have to realize that this alt season, to have too much coins, that's the problem. I already told you that, bro. I told you that for 2 years. There's too many coins. I was one of the first people on YouTube to bring up the idea of there's way too many cryptos. The whole market is capped. The markets are being diluted. But what we do have is we have the main ones. Everybody knows what the main ones are. They're the top coins. You know, you can look at the chart. Bitcoin's number one. You know, Ethereum, XRP, you know, all the way down. As long as you're buying those top ones and buy some that are undervalued too. Like ICP, that's number 38. It's got a lower market cap. That's why I like it. But yes, there is too many coins. There's moon, all these kind of stuff that's coming out. Different sites where you can create your own coins, stuff like that. But the main coins, are the ones that get all of the publicity, the advertising. These stupid fake coins, the new ones, they don't get a lot of advertising or publicity. So I think people will come back to the staple meme coins, the staple altcoins that have always been there. The Dogecoin, the XRP, the Stellar Lumens, the Litecoin. And there's, you know, Tron, Sui, Ondo. So people will really flood to the main ones. Yes, there's a segment of the investors that want to get in on these new ones and stuff, on the little ones that are just starting out because they hope they can get rich. But the majority of people, I think, are going to stick to the big boys. So I don't think we have to worry that much about the dilution. But yes, I did bring it up many, many, many times over the past 2-3 years that it is a problem. You know, it is a problem. But like I said, stick to the main cryptos, and I think you're going to be okay. Absolutely. ICP is a big one. If you just stick to these ones, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Tether, BNB, Solana, Dogecoin, Tron, Cardano, Stellar Lumens, Hedera, Avalanche, Litecoin. Shiba Inu is number 22 now. You know, if we just stick to the main ones, we're going to make a lot of money this altcoin season. I really believe that, okay? Not financial advice, but yeah, stick to the main ones. But especially, I'm loading up on ICP. Cardano, I sold my Cardano last December and I never bought it back. Never bought it back. I'm just buying Pepe, Shiba, ICP, stuff like that. For a full list of my cryptos, please join my Patreon. All right, guys. That's enough work for today. I got to go work on my own stuff now. Thank you, everybody. ICP, going to the moon. Shiba Inu, Pepe, going to the moon. All right, guys? Do you like XRP? No. I think XRP is a scam. I think Brad Garlinghouse is a scam artist. He's a popularizer. He's just like Trump. He's just trying to scam the people so that Ripple can dump XRP. And they're going to try to get the maximal amount of people stuck in XRP, and then they'll become bag holders. And as you know, XRP always goes back down to 50 cents. So no, I hate XRP. I think it's the worst crypto because it's a meme coin. It's a meme coin that pretends it's a utility coin, and they got big institutions in on it too that are agreeing, oh yeah, it's a real coin, it's real, we might use it, you know. And they write all these fake articles, these, I call them pump articles, to try to pump up XRP. But if you look at the language in the articles, it's never direct, it's never guaranteed. It's always wishy-washy, like this may happen, or XRP should be adopted, or so XRP, it's all complete scam. My prediction for XRP is $5 to $7 this altcoin season, okay? Yes, XRP is a meme coin. It's not a real utility coin. It's all fake. It has no real utility. I believe it to be completely a fraud. That they got like small banks in on it, and like these fake banks, Like these pop-up banks. Oh yeah, we're gonna be using XRP. You're not even a real bank. These fake banks in Japan. Yeah, Japan's gonna be using XRP. No. Brad Garlinghouse probably sends money to Japan and says, yeah, Japan, tell the world that you're gonna use XRP. We'll give you this much XRP and then you can sell it on this date or whatever. You don't understand what happens, guys. I do. You guys, a lot of you guys don't even understand the backdoor deals that are happening. How fraudulent these cryptocurrencies are, you know? That's why I really like ICP, because that's one that you know has the technology to back it up. XRP, they say it has high technology, but it doesn't. It's all a scam. Look at the network. It's a ghost chain. XRP's a piece of shit, bro. Would you admit you are wrong forever? Oh yeah, I would admit I'm wrong. I've been wrong on a lot of stuff. Oh yeah. And we have to evolve and learn. But yeah, I've read all the articles. I've done all the research on XRP. So let's move on. But yeah, guys, I got a lot of other work to do. I have to do a couple of private calls with a couple of the Patreon members. I got to make some money, guys. So I'll see you guys soon.